Cags, and then we'll get the link out.
Okay.
Can Lisa get us a code now?
I'll see if she's up. Hang on, I'll give her a quick ring.
This is not the most romantic way for you guys to be spending your anniversary.
No, he's just had a really hard phone call in.
Yeah.
No, it's not all good.
So
the one from your mom.
So we're just sitting live on YouTube at the moment, which a few people could come into.
Okay, she's asleep. All right, just go.
Okay, so you share me the link.
Yeah, I will. You just start. You're right.
So g'day folks. We've got no one's clicked in on here yet because this channel doesn't get used. We got to get it out in my Facebook on Kangaroo. What time is it over there, Lynn? About the same, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 6:20, so it's 7:20 by you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found it.
Yeah.
Share to. Okay, I'm sharing it to Facebook.
Whose page?
You.
Kangaroo. Well, no, we got to get it onto my pages.
Yeah, I will.
Because that's all right. We got no one's hooked into here yet anyway. Because it would only gone through to YouTube at the moment.
Okay, so now we've got to go to Facebook. All right, so just start down because
there's no one there, Mel.
Oh, there's no one.
Sort of can sit.
All right.
Although we should.
Okay, share.
No, it doesn't matter.
On the tag.
It'll only go on as quick as when we put it up live. It'll start from where it is on the channel. What's the weather like, Cags?
It's nice. It's I'd say 63 Fahrenheit right now here, so it's not bad. It's comfortable.
Saw some nice pictures of Budapest the other day, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, Budapest is it's warmer there I think right now, but I'll go back there in December.
Okay.
So it's 23 here in Korea right now.
Has that got
Okay.
Has that got a link on it?
Yep. Yeah, because when I went into yours and I tapped on it, look at it.
Okay.
Okay, go. You're right. You won't see how many.
Yeah, I'm seeing them now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, maybe coming on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So you want to get this onto my Dave Graham page as well?
Yeah, I've posted it. I've tagged you in it. Yep.
Okay.
So it's on there and it's on Kangaroo.
Right, cool. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Bit of mucking around, folks. We're on a phone then, but we got a friend of mine here from Real Deal Media, or part of our crew over there. Yeah. We call her Cags. Lynn Cags. Lynn, or am I using Lynn? Yeah, Lynn Cags.
That works. Either Lynn, Cags, either way.
Yeah, so Lynn's, pretty informed, folks, with what's happening and what's going on. So we're just going to have a bit of a chat to you about, my camera's just freaking out at the moment, folks. I'll try and get that sorted. So, we're just going to have a chat to you, folks, about what's really going on in Melbourne, okay, and what has gone on. I'll give you a bit of a rundown on what's gone on in previous years. Not too much because we're going to break this story soon, but on Real Deal Media, actually, this week, like I said on the live before. So we're going to just talk about who's here and what they're doing and what the actual ultimate plan is. So most of you people out here are awake to what's going on. Something's fishy and something doesn't smell right. And I'm always in trouble and getting barred off Facebook for talking to you and all stuff. So I'll introduce Lynn Cags. We call her Cagney because she can tell you a little bit about herself and what she does. And then we'll get into a bit of a wrap, and I'll make sure this thing's got out to a few pages whilst Lynn introduces herself.
Sure. So I am a former FBI agent and police officer from the United States, and I am currently in South Korea. So I've been following the patterns of what's happening all over the waters and on land. The aircraft is landing, where it's landing, what ports are being affected across the world right now for Real Deal Media. But as far as Australia, I sit here and shake my head with every video that gets posted. It's just shocking to me, but not really shocking, right, Guru? I mean, obviously it's not your standard police officers there right now. You've got RoboCops. It's not the normal cops.
No, we know what their playbook is, Lynn. You know, I've been telling people, you know, here in Australia for a fair while now about what's coming, and you know, some people think you're crazy, some people think you lost your mind. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's all playing out to exactly what we know. You know that playbook was. So here
everybody thinks you're losing your mind, but everybody thought we were losing our mind in the very beginning when we started calling out. When we started talking about the miracle jabs way back when, and everybody thought we were all crazy conspiracy creepos. And now you see everything that we've been saying is true. Everything is coming true. We're looking beyond just the regular mainstream media. We're digging into these stories. We're seeing what's really happening behind the scenes. And with the intel that we get between your connections, my connections, and Real Media's connections, I mean, we're getting the other story of what's really going on. And Australia is, I believe, the starting point for the world. So what you see happening in Australia is what's coming to a neighborhood near you soon.
Exactly. And we've spoken about this, that they were going to take out the Commonwealth countries. You know, and here we've had like the cabal, you know, we know about that. We know the deep state's here, and we know, you know, what's going on. So yeah, it's the people that are in Melbourne and the people that are actually giving you people a lot of curry, folks. Okay. Well, you know, as we put it, CCP operatives, you know what I mean? They're people that have been brought in here, right, under the guise of whatever. Okay, I know. And another thing that we're going to break later is about how many Chinese actually have been brought into this country, billionaires that have just been brought in here through certain ways. And we're going to expose that. And they've been allowed to just buy this country up. You know,
I got a question for you, Guru. Do you have any estimation of the number of, prior to all this starting, what the normal number of police officers were, even in your district, or where you're seeing, like in Melbourne, where we see so many of them, we see thousands and thousands and thousands. I highly doubt that Melbourne had 1,000 or more cops on their roster until all this started. So where did all these other extra people come from?
Out of the woodwork. They've been brought in, you know what I mean, quietly. Okay, they've just been bringing them in, people. Okay, they've been setting them out wherever they've been setting them out. Okay, at camps and stuff like that. They've been training them up, and this is what they're here to do. These guys, you know, if you have a good look, people, these guys are wearing no badge numbers and no names. Okay, this is not your normal military. Okay, it's just not. Okay, it's brought in to screw all us down, okay, and bring in this world dominance that they're talking about. This is no joke now, folks. Okay, we're getting into the gritty end of the game here. Okay, you know, if we were old style, you know, boxing, Lynn, we'd be, you know, stepping into the 14th and coming up to the 15th round. That's where we are.
And it's police brutality. I mean, every video that you watch, this is not, you know, upholding the law. This is utter police brutality. And I know, coming from being a cop, this is not normal behavior.
No, it's definitely not normal behavior. You know, but look, some of the cops I've heard talk down there have said that they're as fed up with it as what they, you know, what we are, this, that, and the other. And I think I sent you one of those, and you may have listened to one of them cags with that copper talking on there, you know?
Yes, but yes.
That is no excuse. You know, as we know, this is tyrannical. What they're doing, you know, maybe not those couple of particular cops that were talking there, but they're standing by, you know what I mean, watching these other guys like just take people out. It is incredible. I knew what was coming, and I'm astonished. Okay, at the speed they've brought it in and the amount of force that they have used for a bunch of people that just want to walk up the street peacefully. You know what I mean? That's all they want to do, and sing a few songs. I mean, you know, if anyone can't see, this is just overhanded, tyrannical. I don't even know what to call it.
Well, I would love to say that if that type of police force was in the United States taking down Antifa the way they're taking down peaceful citizens in Australia, we wouldn't have any Antifa problems, because these guys are like freaking linebackers on some football team somewhere.
Yeah, but you and I, Cags, both know that that ain't going to happen, because that ain't part of the playbook. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this is the thing, folks. You know what I mean? This playbook now is really getting ripped out hard, and they're coming. You know, they are coming for us. I'm telling you. You know, I'm sort of making my plans, because I know that if we don't win this as people, we're in a bit of strife over here. I'm not saying we won't win it, but we need to win it now. Now, there's another petition going around, folks. I'll pin it on my page after this, actually. And it's to do with having our Governor General, right, David Hurley, all right. I think he's the most decorated military guy in the friggin' land. That's our Governor General at the moment, who absolutely has no power in the Constitution anymore, because they removed him. But his job was still under the Queen to be able to. He was the only person who could remove the Prime Minister or make these decisions. So we've got a pretty. It's an email that you've got to send out, folks. As I said, I'll put the link up later on my Facebook page, okay? And we need to get it to him, and it's telling him to just stand the government down. If we can get enough people to do that, that's another good thing. And it's called for an election within 30 days. So it must be some sort of emergency power they've used or something, Cags, but they've called for an election within 30 days of today's date.
No, didn't they just do that in Canada? And we see that was just another rigged election, because Trudeau called for a quick election. It wasn't time. And he got in by a landslide. Now, give me a break. Nobody likes Trudeau.
No, he got in through Dominion machines, Now,
absolutely.
I've heard that they are here in Australia. I don't know about that. We still use the old paper vote with the, mark your name off with a pen. You use a paper ballot and a lead pencil. Okay, so we are still on that system over here. Where they go after that and how they get done and counted, I don't know. That'd be worth looking into. But look, we've got, if something like that happened over here, Cags, the people would know straight away, okay, because we have a party that's huge now, and we have two other parties that, and we're going to expose a couple of them next week, aren't we, Cags? You know what I mean?
We sure are. Absolutely.
We're going to let you know. Yeah, we're going to let you know some real information about your Liberal and your Labor Party. Okay, your two strong parties here, folks. Okay, and we're going to blow your mind, mate, when you see what we've got. Okay, government aren't going to be happy, but yeah, we're going to blow your mind, I can tell you. So, yeah, we're at a point in time where what's happening in Melbourne needs to be done with total peace. Okay, the people need to come together, but they cannot incite violence, okay, because this is what the government wants, okay, and Cags will back me up on this, okay. What they want you to do is start attacking them like you have started to do down there in Melbourne, and boys, right behind you. So proud of you all, okay, but hey, we've got to get these plants, because they're planting people in there, okay. We've seen the film clips of the guys with the hoodies and that on, talking to the cops and then running off into the crowd around the corner. Okay, so we know they're planting people in there, okay, to cause this and rile people up. So you've got to be smart about it down there, all right? And you got to not let these people get you riled up and pull them out of the crowd, okay, because they are looking for a reason to bring down martial law. Okay, the people need to be out, the people need to be together, and the people need to be doing what they're doing, but you cannot do it with any violence, people, okay, because you're playing into their hand. And I've seen a bit of stuff on channels. I'm not going to say where, because the guys have got it pretty well organised, actually. And, yeah, they're having a go down there, Cags. They're quite organised, mate. I can't say too much, but, yeah, it's good how they're actually planning and doing stuff down there. And, look, all they want to do is voice their opinion.
Did you see the video though with your supposed cops planting rocks along the the protest pathway, so that people maybe they get so aggravated if the cops are firing water cannons at them or whatever, that they would start throwing rocks? And it just can't happen. It just can't happen, no matter how pissed off everybody is. And I know everybody's pissed off. It has to remain peaceful in order for it to be effective.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's going to be hard, but people have just got to do it. You know what I mean? Because I tell you what, we're relying on Melbourne now to stand up. Okay, and we got kinks in the armour in a few places. You know what I mean? But as you and I know, Kags, the CCP is going to hang on, and all they're going to do is screw down tighter. They are not going to back off anywhere if they're not winning. Okay, and that's the type of people they are. So, we know what's coming, folks. Okay, Kags is going to let you know some more information next week just on America, and just.
Well, I think the sad thing, though, here, Guru, is the fact that I honestly don't believe that much of what I see in Australia, and you've shown me in the channels that we're on, people in America are not seeing this. They are not seeing any of these videos. It's not coming through the media. So, America still thinks that, Australia is just cuddly koala bears and everything's cool over there.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping New South Wales stands up, because when it does, as media, I can head up there, Kags, and I'll head up to Sydney if something takes off. No problem at all. I'll be the first one on the ground there. And, through our channels and our coverage over there in America, we'll sure let a few people know what's going on, We got all our viewers sharing it out, mate. We'll hit a lot of people, So, and Real Deal Media is, as before, hit, at over 200,000 people. Okay. It can be done. It's just how it, it just happens. You know what I mean? And the ones you want to get out of there are the ones that actually do that for you. You know what I mean? So they're the one-off things that, people want to look at. But yeah, look, I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do it over here. Lynn knows that, that I'm being quite careful about, what I do, because I'm no good locked up. So, I have been a little bit quiet on here of late, folks, but don't believe me, I haven't been quiet behind the scenes, okay? And, yeah, you'll work that out come next week, just how much research and time and effort it actually takes to expose some of the stuff we're going to expose for you. And, we just want you to know, you can go and check this stuff up. You don't have to believe us. We're going to give all the documents and all the evidence that goes with it, okay? No problem. But, don't believe us. Go and do your own research, because once you get out on some different platforms and start researching people, you are going to find out the truth, and you aren't going to be too happy about it. So I got a phone call today, Kags, this afternoon, and, I might as well put it out there, and I'll put it out there honestly, okay? And that's my parents live in a over 50s place down on the beach, okay? And it's beautiful, beautiful spot, you know what I mean? It's lovely. But anyway, I was going to go down and see him tomorrow, and I got a phone call today, and I let Mum know that I was going to go down there. And she sort of didn't seem right when she was talking to him either. Anyway, my mum, people, and this is just this is nothing, we should be able to talk like this. My mum's had both jabs, you know what I mean? Even with what I do, you know what I mean? She's had them. Well, I got nothing against anyone that's had it, you know what I mean? I would probably like to have known that you didn't get it, but if you've got it, you've got it. You know what I mean? That's, I'm not telling people not to get it. I'm telling, the world that we need free will and consent for something to be stuck in our bodies, okay? That's my argument, you know what I mean? The evidence is out there on the vax if you want to go looking for it, and, that's not what I'm here to preach about. So I got a phone call today, and I was told that, would I mind if I didn't come down tomorrow to see him? And I went, oh, yeah, if that's what you want, Mum, what's going on? And she's going, oh, well, some people in the park, sort of know your stance and stuff like that. And we're out today, and they come up and they asked, if you were going to be coming down and what's going on. And Mum said, I quizzed them on why. And they said, well, all of us here are what we want is for no one to be coming in here that's not jabbed and not safe. You know what I mean? So we don't want anyone in here that's not had it. So this is not mandatory at the van park yet. I don't think. I've actually got the owner of the van park's number in my phone. I know him quite well. Okay, and I'm going to ring him and just see what is going on. But this is what my mum said. So my mum's rung me up. She's gone, So when we've sort of quizzed a bit of it, I don't think it's mandated yet, or it can't be mandated. It's not law, folks. Sorry, I shouldn't even be talking like that. I don't think they have made a direction that this needs to be, but the general consensus of the people in the park would have this. So my mum's right, say that, she's got to,
she's got to live there, though, Guru.
Yeah,
and people are going to be giving her crap.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand her point. It's not that she necessarily agrees with it, but it's in the best interest of her and your dad that, that they don't catch crap from everybody.
Yeah, it's come from no one but the people around us. So what I'm trying to show here, people, is the influence. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The outer influence that comes from other people to railroad us into these decisions. You know what I mean? The decision hasn't even been made yet, but the decision has been made.
But the sad part of it is that I don't understand is all these people that have gotten it. Okay, let's say in the area where your parents live, what are they afraid of? That special miracle that they got in their arm is supposed to protect them. So what the hell are they carrying if you don't have it? They're protected. You're the one who has to worry in their eyes because you don't have it. So it's the double-edged sword. And this is the part that I don't understand. It's the same argument whether it's Australia, Europe, USA. All the vaxxed people are, I got fined $10 for saying that word. They're the ones that are bitching the loudest about, those that didn't get it because they're afraid. Afraid of what? You got it so that you're protected against those who didn't. So what is the argument? So either the damn thing works or it doesn't. So, pick your side there, folks. It works or it doesn't work. Because if it works and you got it, then what are you worried about?
Yeah. And, and I think that we all trying to get this camera to just settle down a bit. But, and I think, the majority of the people that will be watching in here sort of know that it doesn't really work, you know what I mean? It has some other things to it and issues to it. But, folks, that's not even it. The side effects of the vax, to me, well, that's probably the reason I don't have it. But, I'm not here to play Russian roulette. I'm here to enjoy my life, as far as I'm concerned. That's why the good Lord put me on this earth, you know what I mean? Be nice to people, help people out when I can and, live my life, And,
well, Guru, I think the funny thing is, though, those that did not choose to get it because it was still a choice, we're not trying to disinclude people who did get it. We're like, okay, you got it. That's cool. I didn't get it. That's cool. But it's the opposite when it comes to the ones who have already received it. They don't want anything to do with the ones who didn't receive it. So you've got this divide going. So the government tries to divide everybody. Again, worldwide, the government is trying to divide people into groups. First, it was, black against white. Then it was supposedly black and white against Asians. And then it goes into the vaxxed and non-vaxxed and Republican and Democrat. There's always a constant divide that the government is trying to do. And what they do is they get in the heads of people, like unfortunately your parents' friends or whatever, and now they're paranoid to have you come in there, which is the most ridiculous thing because it counteracts everything that supposedly the miracle jab was supposed to stand for. I don't care. I personally don't give a shit if somebody got it or they didn't get it. That's your choice. And it's my choice as well to decide whether I want it.
Yeah. No, too right, and that's what the whole argument is about. But we also know that there's a wicked agenda out there that is going to make as many people as they can. I shouldn't be laughing about it, but I mean, it's just like, what else can you do? You'd be crying. It's
absolutely.
The genocide. It's the genocide. 90% of the population. They got up till 2030 to get it done. To keep their little schedule, happening to their forecasts and their graphs and everything else they got going. Yeah, so I don't know. How to speaking to people, they can see that this is crazy. You know what I mean? And this is getting a bit strange. I mean, there's still a lot of people that are just straight out against anyone that's protesting or anything like that. They're just like they're right-wing Nazis because this is what the media is making them out to be, But some guys have actually come out on the mainstream media just today, actually, and said no, that 90% of these people are tradies and 10% are you know, people just backing them up and being there with them. Now, that includes doctors, nurses. Now, I have got, right, myself here, you know, we're up to about 57, okay, just in this district. And I think that's only from 2 places, actually. I can't say too much. I can't give away too much information on it. But, yeah, so, you know, very soon, and I think this is by the end of this month or next, it could be next Wednesday or something. I don't know if that date rings, or that could be the end of the month. Yeah, there you go. So just putting things together here, but yeah, it looks like it's the end of the month. These people are going to be out of a job. Now, they're in the health industry, you know what I mean? And that's like, you know, like we're talking, you know, around 60 people at the moment that are just going to not have a job, you know, they're going to leave. Now, that's just in 2 departments of a certain place here, you know what I mean? So we got some fun times coming up, folks, because, you know, some people are standing their ground and they're going to walk away from their employment. Okay, so it is going to get tough. And the lucky thing that Australia's got is we're coming into the summer. So they have to sort of, you know, and this is what's making it very, you know, these things can't live above like 23 degrees, folks, you know what I mean? But, you know, we're supposedly still going to be locked in until, you know, it'll be November, 40-degree days, and everyone will be locked in their house with their aircon on. You know, I just can't see how the normal person cannot see. But they are starting to, like I was beginning to say there, they are starting to see that this is just not normal now. Whether they're going to stand up, I don't know. But I know there's vax people on the streets in Melbourne as well as non-vax. It's not about who's had this and who hasn't had that. It's about people's right to be able to have it or not have it. So,
well, what's going to happen, though, is when your medical professionals walk out, as they're doing in the United States as well,
yep.
Then regular medical treatments are not going to be available whether you took it or you didn't take it, because now you're going to have the shortages of medical staffing. And even as far as the military is concerned, I know in the U.S. that they're starting to try to mandate that all military personnel have to have it. Well, what happens when 50% of the military walks off? Now, instead of the U.S. being this strong military presence, you only have 50% of the people. So they're screwing everybody by pushing these mandates, because people are going to be either forced off their jobs or they're going to walk off their jobs because they're being mandated to take something they don't want. And now everyone's going to suffer. You're going to have truckers who don't have it, so they can't drive a truck anymore. Now you don't have food. You're going to have no military presence to back you.
Yeah.
You're going to have no medical attention because half of those people are going to walk off the job. And then where are we all really at? So it's no longer about whether you got the miracle or you didn't. It's how can they screw up the people even further? Now, this is like when you're trying to flush out a fugitive. You know, you've got him cornered and he's locked in a house and he's in a battle and he doesn't want to come out of the house. What do? You starve him out, or you start throwing in smoke bombs to flush him out. Well, this is what's happening to you guys in Australia. You guys are being flushed out.
Yeah. Yeah, and surely back in your earlier CIA days, Cags, you know, that's probably why you aren't in the CIA now. You know, you knew what was coming here years ago. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know what I mean? This was, you know, this is common language in those 3-letter agencies that, you know, are all pretty well crooked and corrupt. You know what I mean? That this plan was eventually coming out.
Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately true.
Yeah. Which is sad. You know,
well, what really makes me sad is I see the suffering worldwide. Again, you know, I'm not picking any continent. It's the same everywhere, and everybody's going through this. And I can't understand how people can't see what is really happening here. Yeah. But we can discuss that further in the special we're going to do, because you know, there's some insights. Yep. I suggest your listeners will tune into that to hear the real details.
Yeah, no, we'll have that out. I think this has only hit, you know, YouTube at the moment because we don't have the code. I think Lisa and that are asleep in England. I couldn't get in properly, but that's all right. We'll record. We'll put this back out on there on some other pages. But look, the special will be good, folks. I tell you, I don't know what day we're doing it at the moment, but we can. Yeah, anyone wants to come in here, that's cool. I can't see any comments or anything, so. But look. We've, I I don't know. We've just got a battle on our hands, folks. That's what we've got, because I don't really know how we're going to win it unless we peacefully win it. You know what I mean? To peacefully win it, to win it in a way that they can't bring in this martial law. I mean, but how do you think they're going to bring it in? What do you think, Lynn's, going to happen here in Australia? Right? They are rising up. Like what you're seeing on the ground with these real guys, like, you know, real Ruxan and, Rebel News and a few other guys that are on the ground down there in Melbourne, is a lot of people, okay, and a lot of people backing them up. We got kids, we got old women, you know what I mean? We got all walks of society are there, but we have these robo-cops that are just like, you know, being incredible.
Well, they don't care whether it's women or kids.
No, they don't.
It's no different than the Chinese CCP. I mean, when they go through their towns in China, do you think they care that they're gunning down a 3-year-old kid? No, they don't care, because you're just a number. Their minds have been altered and brainwashed for so many years that they no longer see it as another human being. They just see it as a number. Okay, I just shot number 15. Yay.
Yeah.
They don't see you as a person.
And so where do you think the majority of these people that we've actually got, you know, on the ground here is our robo-cops, we'll call them, you know what I mean? Where do you think most of those have come from, Lynn, from your knowledge and your research and what you know out there?
Whether they came from or were trained by is the question. Because you've got regular Australians that are part of the RoboCop team, but what was their actual training? It's like if you're in the U.S. and you go to police academy, okay, you're going to be a regular cop. Now, if you're going to go into the special services, you're not going to go to the academy with the regular cops. You go to a special training. I believe that a lot of the police that you have on the ground right now are not your normal cops that just went to the regular police academy in whatever given city. I believe that they went to these, let's call it, quiet camps where they were trained by CCP. That's my opinion.
Yep. And on camps, let's just touch on that in case we've got a few people here that don't know what's going on. But you know, I've exposed on Stop the Rot, or one of my channels here, you know, the gulags here in Australia, folks. All right. And these camps are here, and there was a very, very powerful message put out by Mike Adams. I think it may have been Friday or Saturday. I have read it. I haven't watched the whole video clip to it, but mate, just reading the content of what is going to happen over in America is absolutely frightening. All right, and that's going to come to Australia as well. So
it's already there, Guru. You just haven't seen it yet. It's already there. It's
there, ready to go. Yeah, they're just waiting on the command to do it. Mm-hmm. Exactly right. It's all sitting there ready to go, Lynn. And I'm telling you, folks, it is not nice what they are going to do. Okay, just think drones, airborne viruses, like seriously, folks, they got an evil, wicked plan. Okay, they don't make all these movies that you've watched for nothing. Okay, they're letting you know what's coming. So, yeah, if you've seen a few movies, I haven't because I'm not a real movie buff. I sort of stick to the real world. But if you've seen a few movies out there with all the drone stuff and all the rest of it, folks, that's what's coming on your doorstep, man. Okay, you move out of your house, there'll be a drone there. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it'll just pick you up. Well, not pick you up, but it'll know you're there. It'll be back in your house or it'll shoot you. Is that correct, Lynn?
Yep, absolutely. And just to give you an example of how this works, when I came into Korea this time, I had to not quarantine. I had to sign up on a QR code, okay? And they want you to self-quarantine. And I'm sure you guys had that there if anybody had to come in or out of town. Not that you guys can go in or out of town. But here's the kick in the ass. When I first got here, was extremely tired. So the first night I slept for like 14 hours because I had a lot of travel behind me. Well, my phone went off and it was a warning that my phone had not been moved in a very long time. So they were suspecting I left the quarantine and I was out and about, where in fact I was actually sleeping. So they don't like when there's not movement. They want to know where you are. And if you carry your phone with you, which you're supposed to do when you're quarantining, because you're not supposed to be going anywhere except to get food or to the pharmacy and back, if there isn't movement, all of a sudden you've got some a-hole calling you and they want to know, well, what are you doing? Your phone hasn't moved in the last 14 hours. Listen, pal, I was sleeping, So the monitoring it's so easy to do. The systems have been out there for the last 30 years. The monitoring systems that are already in place that people haven't even thought of that we could possibly know, it's already there and you are being watched. And it's very easy.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question, folks, okay? Because this will blow you out too. You won't even have thought of this, but how many people can tell me that they actually seen a 5G receptor tower going up? There's heaps of them out there. Who saw one going up?
Yeah, I think they were done like in the middle of the night.
They were in the middle of the night now while we're under lockdown.
Yeah, okay. You bet.
They were just popping up, mate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of things happen when you guys get locked down. To me, if there's no rise in cases and you're being locked down, it's because they're doing something out there that they don't want anyone to see. And that is a worldwide thing that's happening. Lock them down because we need to bring in X, Y, or Z, and we don't want anyone to see us doing it.
Yeah. So, I totally agree. They've got plenty of, and they got 100 different reasons, folks, and 100 different ways to be doing this, okay? And they have it, okay? They have a playbook, all right? They get together, all right? These criminals get together in Switzerland every year, okay? And then all the rest of their little minions get together up in North Carolina there, and do their bit at the same time, on a weekend in February every year, folks, okay? These people go away to plan your death. Okay, these Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, royalty. It's unbelievable. But anyway,
let's talk about the earthquake that you had, Guru. Let's talk about that earthquake that was in Australia. I mean, this to me is hilarious. So you guys supposedly had this 5.2 or 5.4 earthquake.
5.9, I think, or 5.6.
Oh, okay.
5.6.
All right. And it was felt by many people. But yet, if you go to the earthquake reports, and you can do this in DuckDuckGo, you will find that never came up that date. It never came up on the earthquakes that are happening. And these people do nothing but report the earthquakes across the world. So this tells me that really wasn't an earthquake. That was underground warfare that's happening, and somebody got blown up.
Well, what we think it was, and I'll bring it up because I might be able to even just share this. We just see how we go. I've had my program closed, but I'm just sort of bringing it up now. Okay, so we also had a video over here. Here you go. I've still got them sitting up. Actually, there was two of them. Okay, and they were just near, here they are here. So it was a 5.9, 38 kilometres south of Mount Buller. Is the one I'm on at the, oh no, here we go. There was a 4.1, 36 kilometres south-southwest of Mount Buller in Australia. And that was on the time, that was on the 21st of the 9th. Okay. And then we had another one, not far away from it, 5.9 at 38 on the 21st of the 9th. Okay. So they're both the same date. Yeah. Okay. They are. So we had one at 23:33 and we had one at 23:15. So we had two. Now, I have seen a video on this. I'll just bring this down somehow or other. Hang on. I have seen a video on this, and the guy was quite amazed because he let's bring the StreamYard back up. Right, this guy was quite amazed because what happened was his horses never jumped. Okay, and usually when an earthquake happens, like the horses and that, no, they get pretty frigid in that. Okay, so
they know about it before it happens.
That's exactly right. They do, especially tsunamis and stuff like that. So this guy was blown out, and there is a video of it. I could probably have a look while we're talking here, but I will find it. Okay, but what the guy says is he comes out and he says, "Now listen," he said, I've come out, he said, when I've heard this earthquake, he said, but the funny thing was, he says, my house didn't shake. He said, my horses weren't trembling or doing anything. They weren't jumping up and down. He said, this was harp. It was a sonic boom. So who knows? You know what I mean? And that's like, yeah, that video is very, very, or that voiceover is very, very convincing, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I've got it up here on the thing, you know what I mean? They were both there. And I'll take it over to here. I might be able to put it in actually. But yeah, they were both there. And yeah, we'll just have a go at this, see if I'm good enough. So they've registered up on my end, Lynn, yeah, that they are there. So 2 of them in Victoria. Funnily enough, when all this stuff's happened, you know, I don't know. Coincidence, folks, you know, tell me. You tell me. I don't know if it's coincidence or what it is, you know, but here we go. We'll put this in. We've got, I don't know why we've got that one up here too, but here they are here, folks. We've got, yeah, we've got backstage studio in here as well. Anyway, but look, there they are right there, okay? So they're the 2 in Mount Buller, okay? And I've hit on them. If I hit on them down here, we've got the blue one. It's gone yellow now. And there it was. It was a depth of 10 kilometres. Very funny. So again, Lynn, you know, we've been following all these 10-kilometre earthquakes around the world. You know what I mean? I have been for a long time. There's that one. And here's the other one. I'll just get over here to get on it. Again, 10, you know, perfect 10 kilometres, both of them. So, you know, probably got to look into that a little bit more. Yeah, see what's going on there and see what we can't find out about it. But that's interesting stuff. You know what I mean? Who knows? Earthquake or no earthquake? You know, I haven't seen reports or many reports. People heard it and felt it, but obviously, you know, it wasn't felt through the ground in a few places. So, yeah, I don't know. The door's open on that one at the moment, but there is some evidence out there that, yeah, it was no earthquake. So we shall see. Are we still in there?
Yep. I'm just shaking my head. I'm sorry. I'm shaking my head here. So
that's all good. So yeah, that's, you know, that's sort of where we are at the moment, Kags. We got, you know, so what do you say to our people over here? You know, you're an experienced person. I'm putting it on you here to come up with solve all our problems for us, but with your experience, you know, of what's going on in the world and the job you do, you know, ex-CIA and now private investigator floating around the world doing what you've got to do and whoever you do it for. You know, what do you think has to happen here in Australia?
I think you have to stand your ground peacefully. I don't know. I can't say that by doing that it's going to do any good, Guru. Everybody's guess is their own at this point. The control box is in someone else's hands. I personally believe that the control box is in the hands of China. And it's going to have to take not just Australia, but it's going to have to take the rest of the world to also stand up to China as well at the same time, because otherwise, one by one, these countries are going to drop and they're going to become the republics of China in a different continent. It's happening. It's. I don't know how we're going to stop it.
Yeah, it is certainly happening, mate. The way it's coming down here, it is just incredible. And you know, you can say all you want, folks, but behind it is a worldwide takeover of China. You know, you got to understand that, you know, these Afghanistans and things like that, they're all just like, you know, distractions.
It's nothing. Yeah, it's totally nothing. Nothing compared to what's really happening. You know, but China's very smart. I mean, this is not something that just started in the last 5 years. This has been going on for decades. And just their positioning of the land grabs that they have across the world, everywhere, every continent, they own tons and tons of land. And that was done for a reason. I mean, this was the plan. So they probably had a 100-year plan. And now we're getting near the end of that 100 years, and they're actually supposed to be doing their takeover because it's everywhere.
That it is, man. That it is. It's going down. We know where it's going down. We follow it around the world, you know. So yeah, we're quiet, and that's what blows me out a bit. You know what I mean? That I'm actually, you know, I shouldn't be taken. I'm one person who, thankfully, when I've fallen into this, have fallen into a great crew, Cags, as you know, at Real Deal Media, mate. You know what I mean? It was never meant to happen. You know what I mean? It was just a phone call one day, and from there, you know, doors open, don't they? You know, and yeah, so this is where it's gone to now. But yeah, I'm going to get this put out on my Facebook and get it done a bit more, and I'll get a code for another. You know, we should do. I don't know. You're on the same time stream at the moment, then. So
Yep.
okay, that'll. I won't tell people, but yeah, okay. So that's good. We might What do we got? When are we looking at doing that thing on Thursday, Cags? Is it?
I think we're going to do it Thursday. Yeah, our Thursday, his Wednesday, maybe. So
Okay.
it should be out Thursday or Friday, my guess.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's just something to look forward to. I'm going to do another stream, and I'll get a bit more organised, and we'll get it out to a few more channels. But we might do this maybe not tomorrow night, but maybe the next night or something, Cags, or maybe tomorrow night. What are you doing? You right for tomorrow night? If we wanted to set something up and put a premiere out there, yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow's a good possibility. I do have some work that let me see what time that goes until I have meetings tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have meetings until 11 p.m. So that would be your midnight. But I'm free.
Yeah, no, that's midnight. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm free like from around 4 o'clock until 6 o'clock. So 5 until 7, approximately your time. If not, my Tuesday looks better. Tuesday, I'm much more open.
We'll talk on our communications, and we'll work something out that suits you, and we'll get you back on here, get out to a few channels, and get organised, and yeah, we'll pull a bit of stuff in and have a talk about a few things and explain to people that, yeah, just
sure. And if any of your listeners have any questions, then I would recommend that they inbox you or however they reach out to you.
Yeah,
get some questions rolling. Maybe we could answer them.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to join these streams, okay, I can put the thing out in the comments, and we'll do that on Tuesday night or something, or whenever we get back on. And folks, I'm fine to have anybody come in here and have a chat to us, ask Lynn questions, you know what I mean? That's just, how we want to do it, okay? Everyone's involved. This is not me, and this is not Cags. This is not Real Deal Media. This is a united front around the world, right, for people who want to get some humanity back into our lives, because, folks, we are losing it at a rapid rate, okay? So we'll end this here, Cags. Just give me a minute, and I'll hit the button. Stay with me, and we'll have a quick chat. So thanks, folks, okay, on behalf of, me, Lynn there, Cags, and Real Deal Media. We will talk to you in a couple of days.
Can I just say one thing?
Yep. Mel was going to say something.
I don't usually say things. Tonight was more about how people are persecuting and people are getting crucified, Australians and the world, but Aussies don't judge. We should all just love each other, and we should all just stand by each other's choice of what they want to do. And, just be kind. Yep,
that's it.
Yep.
And, not much more to say. Yeah, be kind to each other, because you're going to need it, folks, okay? Okay, everyone's going to need some help in the future, I can assure you, with what's coming up. Okay, if we can win it next week, we can win it next week, but I don't think that's likely, folks. So, stay strong, stay close to God, okay? And, he's going to help us, okay, because it's only us and him. That's it. All right, folks, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.